like a wound is from someone who stayed close, someone local, loyal, where the friendship is earned, and through all that faithfulness has finally earned the right to say the hard thing. The wound means something because all of the love that surrounds it. Cheap criticism from someone who's never, no matter how honest. This is the hard question the sages ask. To risk a wound in either direction. Am I willing to say the hard thing to someone else that I love? I was shopping in a grocery store, and I love to chat on the phone while doing any manner of chores. I have an extended amount of family, and so I can just go through my Rolodex of people to call anytime I'm doing something boring and I would like to connect with someone I care about. And I was processing a sermon. I was processing Jonah, and I was calling with my deepest friend, my dearest friend named Kate. I was really struggling in over-identifying with Jonah. Jonah said, not to Nineveh, not to my enemy. I don't want to go. I cannot forgive them. And I know if I go, you will forgive them. And I just can't bear that. And I was explaining to Kate that I thought some things atrocious enough that should be vengefully dealt with. That justice should never be restorative in all cases, but there should be times where harm dealt deserves harm back. And as I was processing this, I said, I mean that for everybody except my brother. My brother is one of my favorite people in the whole world. I delight in him. We went hiking once, and I climbed up too high like a cat, and I couldn't get back down. And my brother legs as he climbed down, and I on top of his legs. That is the kind of love that my brother has for me, and I for my brother. And so I said, unless it was my brother, if my brother was out of character for him, a second chance. And she paused for an extended amount of time. And she said, my dear friend, God sees everyone as a brother. And she knew who I was struggling to forgive. And that wasn't something I would have heard from most people. But it hit me so deeply in my heart because she knew what my brother means to me. She had walked with me for decades. She knew that that was one of my most intimate relationships, and she used that as a bridge to see even an enemy as a potential beloved of God. That was a hard truth, what could be considered a wound from a dear friend, someone who was so cloaked in love for me, for my relationship with my brother, that I was open to receiving a hard truth that I probably wouldn't have been able to get to on my own. Is your friendship faithful enough to risk a wound in either direction? Proverbs 27, 9 through 10 continues. Oil and perfume make the heart glad, and the sweetness of a friend comes from earnest counsel. Do not forsake your friend or your father's friend, and do not go to your kin's house in the day of your calamity. Better is a neighbor who is nearer than kin than who is farther away. Oil and perfume weren't inexpensive then, and now are they also, nor are they. I got in last night at 2:30 a.m., so I am tripping over my words. Sorry, y'all. Hang in there with me. Oil and perfume were expensive then, and they are also expensive until I went to a store that was nothing on the really expensive. I'm never going to spend that much on a bottle of oil, olive oil. But perfume and olive oil mark a celebration, something wonderful happening, an honored guest, and the sages want us to feel that in our bodies, in our scent memories. Wise, honest counsel from a friend belongs in that same category. A pleasure, something that the soul actually delights in, the way it delights in a fragrance that lingers in the room of someone that has left. The wounds of a friend are faithful, yes, but they're not the whole of what a friendship offers. Friendship is not only for the hard conversation. Good counsel, offered in love, is one of the genuine delights of being known by someone who wants your good. If all we ever take from friendship is connection, though, we're missing half of what verse 9 describes.